What's going on, family? Welcome to the P.A.S.S podcast, where we prevail against self-sabotage. Proudly sponsored by Project Icon. I'm your host, Mo Nelson. Let's go!
Too long and you had went against that grain. Had to go and get that fade. Waiting on visitation today.
What's going on, family? Mo Nelson checking in with that P.A.S.S podcast, where we prevail against self-sabotage. Today, man, I got a fire guest, y'all. I don't think y'all ready for it. I don't even know if y'all can handle it. All right, let me tell you a little bit about my guest. Coming out of Long Beach, California, drug-infested, gang-banging activity, but somehow he survived. But yet, he transitioned to an even more dangerous environment, serving 2 tours in the military and almost lost his life. But yet, he prevailed against those circumstances. Now today, he happens to be one of the top 50 motivational speakers in America, serial entrepreneur, and just a great individual. And the added bonus, he just happens to be my mentor. Family, give it up and let's welcome the Hood Motivator.
Man, what's going down?
Man, what's up? What?
I see you.
Man,
yeah,
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you taking
Look
the
how
time.
much you've grown, bro. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you, bro. Yes.
Thank you, man.
No,
Thank
you doing it. Everything we talked about, and thank you for the hell of a introduction. Just one correction. I did 3 tours in Iraq, Bronze Star in combat. You know, God is good. Lost a lot of good men and women out there, but I'm here still, standing still and prevailing against all the bullshit.
That's what's up, man. And appreciate your time in the service. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
And again, man, to all the veterans, everybody who served out there, man, my sincere appreciation. Without your work and your efforts, we wouldn't have the freedom to do what we're doing today. So I'm highly grateful, man. Words can't explain how grateful I am for your service. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. So let's get into it, right?
Get into it.
When people hear the Hood Motivator, they might think street.
Yeah.
But what's the mindset behind the name?
Well, I don't think I have broke it down to everybody correctly yet, but here it is. And that's a good question. Thank you. The Hood Motivator, I want you to judge me at what the level surface is, right, for what it is. And I want you to stop. You know, it's an $8 billion industry in speaking and life coaching. If my name detours you from booking me or talking to me or collaborating with me or even hanging out with me, then I don't need you, right? So I did the avatar and the name to hide inside when I was healing, right? So after I went through my bankruptcy, it was a hard transition after COVID. And I had to create something to stop myself from my 4th suicide ideation. Mind you, I'm a combat veteran, PTSD, TBI, went through all that, went through all the traumas of growing up in California and gangbanging, seeing my mother die of AIDS, my mother living on Skid Row, all these things I saw. Then I went to go join the United States Army and start dealing with my mental. After all that stuff, I had to create an avatar called the Hood Motivator so I can heal. And people didn't know that when I started to speak, my father's a bishop, my grandfathers are ministers. So it was my natural gift. It was my birthright, right? So in the Bible, what was your gift was your birthright, what they handed down to you, which you can't run away from, right? Like Jonah and the whale and all that stuff, Nineveh. Yeah, so that's my birthright. So me speaking, so I created that Hood Motivator, that avatar, for people to understand that and say, hey, you know what? If you judge me by that name, then I'm going to blow past you. 5 years later, I got a doctorate in business, got a master's in business. I'm the top 50 motivational speaker in the world. And the people that judge me by that name, they can stay right there because there's a lane for everybody that God has a gift for. And this is my lane. And I'm taking it back. And I'm taking it through fire. I'm taking it through whatever they need. I'm here. And I'm putting everybody's immortality to the test because we have enough negative rhetoric out there. We need more positive brothers like us that look like us that can tell that story. So inside of that Hood Motivator, you see the man with the Long Beach shirt, the Long Beach hat, because I'm paying homage to where I came from. Yeah, born and raised in Long Beach. So that's how I came up with the blue Cortez on. The belt is an M, that's a McIntyre. The 8-ball is from where I'm from, my hood. And you know what I'm saying? Just letting people know that's me. That's an Easter egg in there. So that's where that little man and that brand came from. And that's why it's a household name.
No, I got you.
Yes,
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely in compliance to what it is that you said. You know, we share similar outlooks.
Yeah.
You know, my whole objective is just to show that professionalism comes in different forms and
Right.
fashions. You can be urban with a hat on, tattoos, jewelry,
Right.
with the shoes, with the swag, and
Right.
still be professional,
Right.
have mannerisms, articulate yourself well, and
Right.
not be a menace to society. And
Right.
that's what we're doing. We're defying that narrative.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Of being urban, or automatically gang banging,
Right.
or serving, selling dope, or robbing, stealing. No, we ain't doing none of that. Yeah, you have a past of gang banging activity, but that's when you're an adolescent. You what, 40-some years old right now?
44.
Judge today. What am I doing today?
What am I doing today?
Don't let
Right.
the past define, because that's you know, the story of our lives.
Right.
Everybody comes from humble beginnings, and
Right.
we're writing our chapters as we live.
Right.
But judge me on what I'm doing today.
Right.
And today you're inspiring life.
Exactly.
And I want everybody out there to recognize that. Listen, you may slip on a banana peel, you may come from humble beginnings. I don't give a damn what's your background. What are you doing today?
What are you doing
That's what
now?
matters the most.
Right. And
I
I'm still a
appreciate
menace
that.
to society. I'm just a positive menace now.
Ooh,
You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
it, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Don't
feel
play
that.
with
I
us
like-
for
I gotta
real.
take- I gotta take
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no,
I gotta take
clip
that.
that right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely.
So for, you know, obviously PTSD
Mhm.
is a common thing, and it's very detrimental to the psyche of a lot of individuals
Right.
living in today's society. So give us some techniques, some strategies. How do you cope with your PTSD? Because I know that's very challenging for you.
Yes, it is. And still today, me going through everything I'm going through in life. And, you know, I have a real life, a real situation dealing with still trauma. You know, my nephew, shout out to TK, is locked up doing 80 years. His mother, you know, we live together, you know what I'm saying? And we hold it down as a team. And, you know, that deals with my mental too. But the modalities that I use to help me cope with my mental health is a lot of everything, right? So when I didn't know what was going on with me, they locked me up in the hospital. A lot of people didn't know that. I did 77 days inpatient, 3 visits to the hospital, going crazy in the asylum. I didn't belong in there with them. The people was really crazy, but I was going through some things that I couldn't articulate or even tell.
Gotcha.
So once I was able to, you know, understand what I was going through and deal with that, like I still deal with it today, but I have a better hold on it. You know, I use ayahuasca. The VA tried to shove a lot of medicines down my, you know, which they did. I was a zombie. I was on this pill called Seroquel, and I wasn't myself. You know, I would wake up and sleep a lot. I would eat. I was a zombie. I didn't want to do anything. I was lifeless. They took the fight out of me, and I thought that was going to be the rest of my life. And God was like, that ain't it. So I started doing ayahuasca. I started doing acupuncture. I started hugging on horses, hugging on trees, doing all these things that can, people say we shouldn't do as men or Black men, right? But I did all these things to transfer this healing, and I'm still on my healing journey. And I tell people all the time, when I get interrupted, I cut them off. And people might think that, oh, he's into himself or he's mean, but it's not that. When I feel a threat to my ecosystem, to my mental, I gotta cut you off, because you're interrupting what I built, and you're not ready for that level if I take it there.
Right.
And I would take it there as calm as I am right now. Like I don't have to scream and yell.
No,
because I've been forged in fire. So my mental is very big. The modalities I use, you know, one of the ones I still use today is speaking and speaking life into people and help healing people through their journeys, no matter what it looks like. Just like you, when we met, you know what I'm saying? I said, that's a remarkable brother, man. And let me give you your flowers on your podcast, to P.A.S.S. You're doing such an amazing job, bro. You got out of prison and you took off like a rocket, and do not let nobody hold you back, bro. And I'm telling you, I tell you this in front of everybody. I tell you this in front of your mama, your wife, whoever. Like, don't let nobody hold you back. Keep going. Keep your foot on their neck. It's the fourth quarter. The ball is in your hands. What are you going to do with that?
That's a fact.
So that's what I do with that for my mental. I do that for myself, and then I do it to you. Now I transfer that energy to you.
Got you. And it's incumbent upon me to transfer it to somebody else.
Yes,
right.
Please do.
So you said something about the medicine, and it reminded me of my upbringing.
Yes.
As a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD. For those who may not know, it stands for attention hyperdeficit disorder.
Yeah.
And because of that, they prescribed me a medicine called Ritalin. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Ritalin has similar effects as that you were just conveying, of, you know, no appetite, zombie-like personality, just like a shell in myself. And I remember, man, my mom, she used to look at me and like, what's wrong with my baby? And she got me off of it. And it's crazy because subsequently, a study had came out on the news about how Ritalin was frying the brain cells.
Right.
And this whole while, that what was happening to
Right.
me as an adolescent, frying my brain cells. So that just, put me in, not nostalgia, because I don't want to associate with pleasure, but just took me back of remembrance of what I went through. So I could definitely relate being on that medicine, man. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's cool that what I tell people too, man, especially as us in urban America being Black, sometimes seeing a horse, going out in nature, getting outside of your accustomed environment, man, can be healing. It can really open your eyes. Things that we deem as soft is like, it can really be healing.
It is healing.
And that's what we need because, like, man, you've been in the streets, you served in the tours.
Yeah.
You're a very dangerous person, and you don't brag upon it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By no means are you glorifying. You don't walk around like I can beat everybody up, but you are a dangerous person walking.
Right. Definitely.
If get tempted, but people don't realize that you going through your healing and doing these certain things, that prevents you from acting out and becoming a menace to somebody.
Right.
Because like you say, if somebody disturb your peace, which I always say, anybody out there, man, anybody who's trying to disturb your peace, I don't give a damn who it is. You need to subtract them out your life.
Cut 'em
because when your peace disturbed, I believe peace is a birthright. And when your peace is disturbed, man, that can put you in a very compromising situation to where you make a decision that can be, life-changing.
Right.
Hurt somebody, hurt yourself, etc. So if somebody is tampering with your peace, please, I'm telling you, as a friend, subtract them out your life. But if somebody tampering with your peace, there's consequences.
Definitely. And it's always going to be consequences. And I would tell the kids and whoever else is listening that don't mess with people that are peaceful. Because they are the most dangerous people in the room. They done already thought about it 10,000 times, like Dr. Strange. It's scenario-based. I'm always in a situation where it's 5 to 10 outcomes that can happen in this little room or in that room or wherever I'm at in my car.
Gotcha.
So I want to choose the top 5 positive ones because everything after that, I got to protect my life and who I am. And my life is my mental, my energy, my spiritual, whoever I bring around. If it's a family member, I got to cut you off. If it's a girl, I got to cut you off.
Got to.
If it's a close friend, and you trended in the right direction when the people that saw you grow up start questioning the situation like, oh, you think you Les Brown? Oh, you think you're not a doctor yet? So you feel the energy, you feel the shift, and you love it, and I welcome it because that's how I am. On the movie 300, they was fighting, and they thought they had won in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they looked over the hill, and there was more soldiers over the hill, and the Spartans was laughing. And the other guy was like, what you laughing at? He was like, at least there's somebody down there that can give me a beautiful death. Somebody. And that's how my tribe move. We ready to put somebody's immortality to the test. Yes, this is what it is. This is what it's about. We're getting back to the real warriors facts, a warrior situation. We don't have to scream and yell.
Right.
I'd rather de-escalate and soft talk you to a soft skills and walk you to your car than walk you to your car. You feel me?
Nah, I got you,
know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Nah, I love it, bro. I love it, man. I appreciate that, bro. All right, so what was the biggest internal battle you had to overcome before you could start inspiring others?
The biggest battle is, everybody says it and it's cliche, and I hate that people learned this word. It's imposter syndrome. I didn't think that I was able enough to carry that mantle my dad was telling me about when I was smaller. He coached me to be a speaker, just like you have sons and daughters and you put the basketball or the football or baseball in their hand. My dad put the mic in my hand. He put that voice, the baritone. He put that energy. He put that articulation. He put on that stage presence. He gave me a briefcase when I was 7, 8, 9 years old for school. He made me write lectures when I was 7, 8, 9 years old on Zig Ziglar. A Black boy writing about Zig Ziglar.
Yeah, that's powerful, bro.
That's one of the top motivational speakers in the world.
Yeah.
13 cassette tapes, A and B. Shout out to Zig Ziglar. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Zig,
hey,
man.
you hear this, Zig. This is the format of what you put in our community. So my father was listening to it subconsciously. I'm listening to it. 45-minute driving on the 710 freeway from Los Angeles to from Long Beach to Los Angeles. Staying up. So this is the part of people don't see. Everybody have a mic. Everybody got a camera.
Yeah.
But is that your gift? This is mine. I'm running with it. You can't do nothing with it.
Respect.
That's why we turning up. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm supporting you, because it's your gift. Had 13 years when you was in prison to take off with it. Too late now. Don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, don't feel sorry for them.
Most
You were waiting patiently, and when you got out, you started to bubble.
Yeah.
And guess what? They had another 5 years when you got out because you just now. Who's more hungriest, the wolf on the mountain or the wolf climbing it?
Yeah, man, I love that, man. And it's something I want to highlight.
Yeah.
You speak about your dad.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate incident with your mom passing.
Yes.
You know, heart goes out to her, and she rests in power.
Yeah.
But it's so beautiful, and this is why it's so paramount as men, not just as black men, but as men as a whole. We have to be there for our children because his dad, unfortunately, had to experience being a single father. But look at what your father did, man. He taught you how to be a man. Instead of, I mean, it's okay, the entertainment, the athletes, and the rappers, and that's cool because I listen to rap music, I watch sports, etc. But I'm real big on making sure my son and my daughter looks up to me as opposed to the person they see on TV.
Come on.
And that's what your father did for you.
Right.
I mean, you could talk about I'm sure you grew up in the Jordan days. You know, you know the bald head, man, that's cool. Magic Johnson, nice passes. And that's all cool, man. It's entertainment. But at the end of the day, your number one influence, the person you looked up to first, before all them, was your dad.
Yeah.
And he bestowed upon you that gift of articulating yourself well where it becomes power, where you can influence positively to the people.
It was confidence that he gave me.
Confidence.
My dad used to come to the elementary school. Shout out to Star King Elementary in Long Beach. And it was big because, you know, we used to do Black History Month. And my dad, the way he spoke was kind of like Martin Luther King. They thought my dad was Martin. They was like, you know, your dad Martin Luther King.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, he is. Because you hear what he's saying now. I hear what he's saying at the house. And I don't even get it sometimes. Because he owned me. Because my dad owned me like he was in the military. He was not in the military. He was a black man raising his children because his wife got AIDS and died. It was on crack. When back then, when they was told that he couldn't do it as a man, period. Then as a black man in the 80s, in the 90s, it was tough.
Especially at a time where the stigma was attached to black men for not being there for their children.
He was right there.
He was one of the ones. He was the minority that was actually there, proactive in their child's life, man. So big kudos to your dad, man. That's really dope. What's your dad's name?
Bishop McIntyre.
Bishop McIntyre. Seriously, man, this ain't no fluff, man. I appreciate you. You raised a phenomenal son. Look at what he's doing today. I'm proud of him, so I can imagine how you feel about it. But also, too, so how did your dad and you compensate with not having that feminine energy in the household from your mom? Like, how did he compensate for that?
It was no compensation.
Really?
It was drill sergeant. I used to hate my dad. I thought he was so mean to us, but he was getting me ready for what we doing now. I thought, you know, as a kid, take the trash out, go do this, go do that, structure, wake up on time, make sure you're home before the street lights. All these things that he had structured, I thought it was hate. That's what's happening right now in situations right now. That's why the kids, they fight back, or the kids, no disrespect, or they might kill their parent or fight the teacher because there's no discipline in the house. There's no structure in the house.
Got you.
Right? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
My dad put structure in me, and on the outside, we thought it was hate. It was crazy. My other side of the family would put other stuff in our heads and say, your dad don't like you because he's doing X, Y, and Z. My dad loved me. He was trying to save our life. Look what I'm doing now.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I appreciate it. And if I had to do it over again, let my dad do it over again.
I got you.
It'll be the same way, bro.
You don't regret nothing.
I don't regret nothing. Bro,
So-
you know, one of my missions, my bag to cut you off, is when I get to where I'm going, I want my dad to have his books and tell his story. That's what people don't know. I got a bunch of inspiration. That's one of them.
Got you. Y'all hear it, man. Bishop McIntyre is on the way, baby. Next.
You next.
So, based on what you told us on how you was raised with your dad, how does that impact the way you raise your own kids? Because you're a father. So tell us about that a little bit.
You know, first of all, like I interpret it as toughness. So my kids, my daughters, my son, I'm tough. They know already. But I wasn't allowed to be the father that my dad, I wasn't even half the father he was because I joined the military because of Jaden, my oldest. She's 25. Shout out to Jaden. I stayed in because of Jaylani, because my second tour. So I wanted a life. I wanted to provide for my kids, but I was never allowed to be the type of father that he was doing for us. I wasn't allowed. So you see the other side of that coin. So people talk about, They see now and they see the success, but don't know that even me trying to be a good father, I couldn't because I was immature and the mothers they had wouldn't allow it because they wasn't ready either.
Mm.
But now the
Mm.
relationship I have with my kids, it makes it worthwhile.
Got
I
you.
love them to death. They're my
Got you.
world. Shout out to my daughters. They run my social media. Shout out to my son. He's going to the military in January. So
Really?
God is good. Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Love it.
Yeah.
Get out the streets, go do something with your life right now. And I will always choose the military. The military gave me what I have now. Let's make no mistake.
Got you.
The military provided me with my 40 acres and my mule,
Got you.
my housing,
Got you.
everything I have. I'm retired for the rest of my life.
Great
Shout
perspective, man.
out, yeah, shout out to the military. People have their pros and cons about everything in life,
Yeah.
but I will say the United States Army saved my life
Mm.
because it took me from one war to the next, but I'd rather fight this war on terrorism and get paid for it than bang for a hood that we don't even own.
You don't even own no part of real estate in the
Don't own
hood that you're
nothing.
fighting for. Crazy,
You know,
man.
I was talking to my uncles the other day, and I got into it with one of my uncles because he still think I'm governed under the hood politics,
Mm.
and it's poor me. I'm gonna pour you a glass to get out of there. You better leave me alone.
Yeah,
You know what
nah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure, for sure. And I just, man, it stimulates me so much to hear you say that because I too have that same perspective in my own journey. I tell people, man, I wouldn't change me going to prison for nothing. It gave me structure, it gave me balance, it gave me perspective. It was a very instrumental developmental process on who I am today as a man
Right.
sitting before you, man. I don't regret none of it. Now I will regret what I went for. I hate that somebody had to lose their life for me to learn and absorb the lessons that I obtained. But nonetheless, man, prison was a blessing for me. So
Right.
I definitely I hear you. I can relate to that.
Right.
But here's my tough question now. And I hate to ask it, but I have to, man, as a father.
Yes.
What if your son had to go to war, man, and you knew that was a chance, and I'm sorry
Yeah.
that your son's life can be taken, man. How does that sit with you? That's getting me a little
Well,
teary-eyed
yeah.
because you're a father, man, so
My dad prepped me for the military, and when he found out that I was going to war, I saw the tears in his eyes, but I'm a warrior, so he prepped me this whole time. I prepped my son. My son knows. I love him to death. You met my son.
Yeah.
Beautiful soul,
Beautiful soul.
happy, smart, good-looking kid. And the job he picked right now that he's going into is intelligence. Shout out to his recruiter, fly recruiter Keem, that helped him get in that situation. And I fear nothing.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have him do that than be out on the streets and somebody clip him. Because what's going to happen is a snowball. Somebody does that, then it activates me, and then I'm in jail for the rest of my life.
Got you.
So I'd rather him go fight for his country,
Got you.
do what he got to
Leave a
do,
legacy.
leave
At
a
least.
legacy.
At least.
And
yeah.
if something happens, then the army has his back. You know
That's a
what I'm
great perspective,
Yeah.
man. As a father, that's very strong of you and brave of you to
Yeah.
convay that, man.
Yes.
Because I know that I know sometimes that's in the back of your
Yeah.
mind, but like you said, man, I'd rather, if it's that,
Yeah,
I'd rather it this way
Yeah.
as opposed to that. So
exactly.
big shout outs, man.
Yeah.
All right, so you know I'm a big emotional
Yeah.
intelligence
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
You
definitely.
know, that's my bread and butter. I'm an advocate of it. So how has emotional intelligence played a role in how you move now, both in business and in the community?
Actually, people don't understand emotional intelligence is the reason why I'm paranoid.
Really?
It's
Talk
the
about
reason
it. Dive in.
why that I'm skeptical of everybody because my emotional intelligence IQ is high. I will not enter anything in any situation that will cost me my peace of mind, my mental, my life, my spiritual. So I have a high intelligence of emotional IQ because if I didn't, then I would do everything for everybody, and a good heart don't pay bills. So I had to learn that going through my entrepreneurship journey with my company, security company, Rat Pack Worldwide Security. And I didn't have a lot of emotional intelligence because I hopped into everything and I tried to save everybody without saving myself. So I thank God that my emotional alertness is hella high, and my fence and my barriers and my sector of fires are good now because I see it coming before it comes. Yes, you ain't throwing the wool over nothing over here.
Got you.
Nothing.
Got you. So on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
how important do you think emotional intelligence is in your life and the lives of others as well as humanity? How
Yes.
important is emotional intelligence? in a 1 to 10?
It's important. You got to
Mhm.
have your barriers up. You got to understand what you're doing. If you have no emotional intelligence, then you end up in jail. And that's why a lot of the guys, I tell people all the time, there's a lot of Michael Jordans dead or in jail. because they didn't use
Explain that though. Explain that.
because they acted off of 5 seconds of defeat, killing somebody or doing something wrong, or somebody killing them, where they could have rethought the process and used a soft skill to say, you know what, brother, you got it. I'm good. Walk away.
And I know the answer. I just want to hear from you. Why is that so hard for us as men, especially in urban America as Black men? Why is that so challenging for us, y'all?
It's
What's up?
machismo. It's machismo. It's ego. And I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying? You got to have ego death. You got to go through a lot of that situation to understand that every fight is not your fight. And the people that can really fight walk away 90% of the time. I de-escalate 99% of the time before I put my hands on you, because I know what I'm about to do to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want that, because guess what? I still go to sleep at night seeing the things I've done in California and in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I don't want no more on my plate. I got enough to deal with.
Got
You
you.
know what I'm saying? I smile at you and say, you got it, boss. You good. You tough. You know what I'm saying? But don't put your hands on me. So, yeah.
Nah, that's a fact, brother. I definitely
Yeah.
totally in compliance with that, man. So what do you think could be a solution? Do you think us as parents, we need to start administering emotional intelligence in the household, like, you know, just teaching them the basics and how to channel your emotions properly? Like, what do you stand on that?
I think that's good. That's what you're doing. I love your lane, and it needs to be put in there, just like groceries. They need to understand, just like balancing a checkbook, just like understanding your finances. Emotions will get you killed or put in jail for the rest of your life. So if you don't regulate that emotion, that is what's going to happen. Even in the military, when we were out there in Iraq and Afghanistan, a lot of us got hurt because we didn't use that emotional intelligence. We used the ROE, but we didn't use the emotional intelligence. We could live to fight another day. How about going back to the base and regrouping?
So give us, if you don't mind, and if it triggers some PTSD, man, you're more than welcome to stop, bro. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But can you give us an example where you're talking about where you've seen somebody didn't utilize emotional intelligence and it cost them their life?
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now on my wrist. Curtis Wooten, shout out to him. My best friend died 2 weeks before we left back to Iraq. And if I pause, it's because I just reflected what I just said. I do a lot for these fallen veterans, and that's why I am who I am, and that's why I'm so powerful, because it's not me running this race. It's all them, all my buddies in there that I believe. Shout out to Curtis Wooten, you know what I'm saying? The story is told that 2 weeks before we got back on the plane, and I wasn't in his unit. I wish I was there, because I would have had a bigger say-so. His lieutenant got into it with a sergeant major of the FOB, a forward operation base, which was Palawada. That sergeant major kicked his platoon off that forward operation base and sent them to Anaconda, which is right up the road, about 5-10 miles. When they was leaving, they got hit with an IED, and it took his life. He had nothing to do with that conflict, but, and this is what the story is, and I believe it because this is 20-some years. I get it. I've been there before. Nobody could, like, I seen this happen on different FOBs I was at. It's politics and everything. But not knowing, we fighting politics, but we still fighting people outside the wire, and the wire meaning the insurgents, the enemy. So they got into it, rank against rank. You can't stay here no more. Take your team and leave. They packed up and went back to Anaconda, and right when they was leaving, they got hit with an IED, and he stayed alive long enough. Shout out to him. Long enough to for the chaplain to get there, for him to close his eyes. He got hit in the back of his neck. He was on a turret on the gunner's hatch, and he got hit and he died. And they took him away from me, and you know, I lost a lot. But his daughter, shout out to his daughter, Kaisha. She's pregnant now, and she told me the other day, and I just got emotional because I wish her dad was here.
Yeah, man.
Because he'll be right here with me.
And what's his name again?
Curtis Lorenzo Wooten.
Hey, man, condolences to Curtis Lorenzo Wooten's family. And shout out to you for your bravery, man, and your efforts, man, again, to all the veterans, man. Moment of silence.
Yeah, definitely. He knows, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So now you good, man. So, you know, it's funny. It was interesting. You talked about the internal quarrels going on in the military, and it sounds similar to some of these street forums that we go through, like
Same
with
thing.
gangs and hoods. So that happens in the military. Like, it's
Politics,
not people
bro.
seeing eye to eye and you know, kicking people out and talking behind gossip and stuff. Let's dive into that. How'd that go?
In combat arms, there's not a lot of black soldiers. So we like the onesies and twosies. I was like, yeah, like, we know it's a handful of us in combat arms, special operations, doing that type of job. And the politics are hard. The racism is harder. I remember getting my Bronze Star, and I was being brought up on charges out there in Iraq to a unit that didn't love me. I had fought twice already in a 12-month tour, in a 15-month tour. These guys that's coming after us, we know we've been here before, but you're not listening to us.
Yeah.
But they're officers. So, no, it's the rank structure. I'm a staff sergeant, promotable. He's a lieutenant. We get into it because he was disrespecting President Obama. That's the commander-in-chief, regardless of the situation. You can't do that. And you can't, I'm not going to allow you to do that in front of my soldiers.
Still need order. We still need order.
But you're doing it in front of my soldiers. That's disrespect.
Yeah.
So I check him. We get into it. It's disrespect. They take my weapon. They isolate me. They put me through some fucked up shit, bro. And I'm happy that I get to get this out because I was hurt.
Yeah, it's all.
But I got one of the highest awards in the military, but it was given to me with 2 or 3 people in formation because they didn't fuck with me like that. You know what I'm saying? So people understand that me even being in the military was harder to stay in.
Gotcha.
And be myself. And it was crazy as the guys that did all that stuff. I got tons of stories. I'm a doctor in business now. You still that.
Yeah.
Don't talk about what you did back. What are you doing now?
Yeah.
And if you're sorry for what you did, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
That hurt us. We were young soldiers. I was a kid leading kids into combat. 21, 25, 27. Had a platoon of 19, 18, 21-year-old kids. They don't tell them stories.
Yeah.
And we supposed to shut the fuck up? No. I carried my weapon 365 days. When I came back, I thought I still had a weapon. I was going crazy. We would do missions, do what we have to do, take the enemy out, enemy take some of us out. We go and eat and laugh at the chow hall. It's like jail, but it's just organized. Yeah. It was crazy, bro. I suffered a lot. And then on the top of that, I remember one of my tours, my son was being born. And I spoke about this the other day. They didn't let me go home because I wasn't married. I wasn't married.
Yeah.
But that's us making a decision. That's not the United States government.
Yeah.
But that's us because you didn't like me. So what that did to me? You think I suffer with mental health? Go ask my kids what they suffer with. Seeing daddy come home, messed up, introducing themselves to their father, not knowing. That's why I am the way I am.
Gotcha.
Because I suffer with it, but my kids suffer with it too. Jaden, Jelani, Gigi.
Yeah.
But they love me to death and try to figure it out.
Sure.
So we don't talk about them issues.
So when you say the people didn't like you, do you think it was predicated on racism or do you like your personality? Like
I was
dive
both.
into that?
I was dominant personality and it was race. Yeah.
Nice.
But I ain't tripping, because that's everywhere. Just let me do my job.
Gotcha.
I'm better than you. I run faster than you. I'm stronger than you. I can shoot better than you. I know land nav. You can't beat me at none of this stuff.
Yeah.
Just let me do what I got to do.
Yeah.
I had to fight to get all this rank that I got.
Definitely,
Yeah, man.
It didn't come easy.
Yeah, it didn't come
And tell
easy.
me this, man. How did that feel? Because I know, me personally, I would feel a sense of abandonment, but I want to hear your take on it. That these same people that don't like you, I'm putting my life on the line each and every day for you. And you don't like me? How to elaborate? How did that make you feel,
something,
bro?
man. Listen, I remember our first tour to Iraq. We flew into Kuwait, Camp New York, and everybody was sent there to train for 2 weeks before we got shipped out on chalks. Chalks are 20 to 50 vehicles that leave at increment timing.
Okay.
So staggered, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:15, 10 o'clock. I was in my chalk about to leave, and I'm not going to drop no names, but I got kicked out the vehicle because I wasn't supposed to be in that vehicle. But who am I supposed to ride with to war with? I'm a kid.
Yeah.
My first tour, I'm under the age of 21. I don't know what we doing, and you don't want me in here because of how I am or what I look like. So I cried while the vehicle was passing by, and one of the E7s told me to get in the vehicle. After a dozen vehicles passed by, and I rode to war with people I didn't even know.
But you was willing to die.
Yes.
For those people you know, and they was willing to die for you, it was vice versa.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I don't know if they was willing to die for me, but I was.
But you knew how you felt.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All All right. So let's take it back to the hood, man.
Yeah.
In the hood, we're taught to react, not reflect. How did you learn to regulate your emotions instead of letting your emotions control you?
As a kid, I was always intelligent. After my mom died, I became mute and I just watched and observed. And, my big sister, shout out to her, was TK's mom. She was very intelligent in the streets.
Mm.
She learned a lot from my mother. I was babied, sheltered, so she taught me the ropes. So I was able to hide behind her when I needed things to get done. She had a voice. Her name rang bells, and she pushed her way through. If she was a nigga, I tell people all the time, she would be dead.
Yeah.
She was about
Yeah,
still. You bet my sister still.
I see it.
Still. God saved her, but still.
Yeah, she
You know
like
what I'm saying?
composing. She don't play the radio.
She don't play though.
Yeah.
She don't play. Shout out to her. And I was able to regulate that just learning through what I watched as my family members and cousins and uncles and everybody else in front of me, you know what I'm saying, watching that. But I was a hothead. I fought every day. I like to fight, you know what I'm saying? That's because my mother was a fighter.
Yeah.
So I was little though, but I didn't take no mess from nobody. So that's why I'm calm now, because the size I'm at right now would hurt somebody. So
No, I got you. I got you, man. And definitely respect.
Yeah.
So give us a moment if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Give us a moment where you had to prevail against self-sabotage, because self-sabotage is a common dynamic that every human on the planet Earth is faced with, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I let people know it's okay. But it's all about coming out of it, coming victorious out of
Right.
the situation, and learning and growing to fortify you so when encountering with future challenges, you'll know how to channel it properly.
Right.
So if you don't mind, give us a moment where you had some self-sabotaging moment, but you prevailed and it made you stronger than what you are today.
Self-sabotage was what I did with my entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing that, but I did it anyway. And what happens when I, sabotaged it and I got infiltrated, God was like, "You ready to listen now? Now you need to go. Now you need to learn my way." So God really sabotaged my plans because I wasn't supposed to be doing none of that. I was supposed to be carrying this mantle I'm carrying now. You know what I'm saying? So he reset me. I thought that everything was crumbling because it was just bad, but God tore the whole kingdom down to show me the light. And that's what happened.
Got you. And how did you come out of that? Any strategies, techniques?
Yeah, I learned how to pivot and pivot right way. So, I pivoted now to what you see now as one of the top podcasters, top motivational speakers in the world. And, just understanding who I am. And if you don't want to be around my light, then get out of my way, because I'm a shining bright and all of us together can make a damn chandelier.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, man. Yeah, I love you said something about that on one of your posts.
Yeah.
Elaborate that on the chandelier. How'd you come up with that?
Because when you see a chandelier, it has one bulb. When it reflects on all them pieces of the mirror and crystal, it shines brighter. So all of us are a part of that chandelier, and we can sit there and light this whole world up. And we come together. I can't do it alone, Mo.
Got you.
So I need you.
And is it safe to say that God's that source, that one light, that bulb,
he definitely,
and we're all
always
pieces of that chandelier that's shining bright and tingling?
And everybody,
That's
when I
beautiful analogy,
talk
man.
about God and people, I'm not the Christian you want me to be.
Yeah.
But I'm who I am, and you can't take that away from me. And I know God is doing things in my life, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to explain it to him, and it's not going to look or digest the way you need to digest it, but it is what it is. It's alkaline.
It works
water.
for you.
It's your system.
It works for you.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good substance.
Yeah, I love that, man. In today's society, what I just have a strong disdain for is when people judge or don't want to collaborate with people when they see we have a common objective, a common mission, but they don't want to collaborate predicated on the faith.
Right.
It doesn't matter. I say this all the time. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, Islam, Buddhist. It doesn't matter. If you're moving in righteous and there's a common denominator, a common mission that we're trying to fill, why should we let that matter?
Exactly.
What's for me is for me. What spiritual journey works for me
For me.
is for me, and what's for you is for you. Because I used to tell some people when I was in prison, a lot of people say, "Oh, man, he's a Hebrew Israelite. Why?" But man, let that man be a Hebrew Israelite, because if he wasn't, that might be preventing him from killing your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
But you want to force him to be a Muslim or a Christian or a Buddhist.
Right.
Man, what speaks to him is what speaks to him. Leave that man alone.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't have that, he probably shank you while you on the shitter.
Yeah, he probably up on your head.
Come on, man, leave him alone.
Yep, definitely.
Stop messing with him, man. So let somebody's face be their face. I hate when people try to impose their will or their way of life on the next man. It's okay to be confident in your faith.
Right.
Hey, you a believer in Jesus Christ. And you rep that.
Yeah.
You rep it how you repped it that blue.
Yeah.
But you ain't imposing on nobody.
Nah.
Because everybody's not a Christian. Hey, that might not be for you. This is for me.
It might not be for you at the time.
At the time.
You might double back.
You might double back, and that's cool. You might plant the seed, but if it don't blossom, if you don't get the witness to blossom, that's cool. You move on and you walk in your truth. You walk in your faith.
And that's what I hate about these super Christians, because you don't have to save me every time you talk to me. You're looking over the save that you're doing and not knowing I'm already at. Stop.
Yeah, let's talk.
I'm a preacher's kid. Come on, we're going to talk about it.
Let's do it, man.
I know the scripture. I know the Bible. I know it just like the devil know it too.
Yeah.
So we're not going to cap about the situation.
The devil know it too.
Every time you ask for a blessing, guess what? The devil ready to bless you too. He right in line. I'm going to bless you too with some failures. So let's talk about that. A lot of people are asking for things that they don't know the devil is listening to. You know what I'm saying? You want superstardom? You want to be the number one at this? The devil gonna give you number one too. You're gonna get, but guess what it's gonna look? It's gonna be more flashier. So which one you gonna take? I'd rather do it my way than do it that way.
Got you. I got you, man. False promises, man.
Yes.
Nah, that's real. So I want to get on a little fun side.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta put some personality and some fun for my audience, because they like this.
Yeah, so, definitely. Yeah.
What is your go-to comforting food after a long day of inspiring people?
Don't give me, coach. It's Five Guys. Five Guys. No, definitely. And that and the beef bootlegger steaks and meat that he has. Shout out to him. He got the best meat.
Who you talking about specifically?
The beef bootlegger. Look him up on Instagram.
Oh, man.
He got the best meat with the fries out
Where he
there.
at?
He in Tampa.
He in Tampa?
Yeah, he'll pull up to your house and cook for you.
Oh, you like that?
Heck yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, hey, we coming to see you.
Yeah, we're coming to see you.
Coming to see you. Shout his Instagram out, man. Where can we find him at?
Beef bootlegger.
Beef bootlegger. All right, well, hey, we coming to see you, man. That's what's up, man. So, and who your coach? You talking about you got a personal trainer? That's up?
I'm talking to you. Nah. Don't kill me.
You know, hey, man, you don't be on the back row. Check the back rows, man. Check the back rows.
For real.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, another one, man. If you can name a drink, you know, based off your personality, what would that drink? Yeah, drink, like any type of drink, energy drink, alcohol drink, any type of drink. What would you name it based off your personality?
Before I name a drink, shout out to my sponsor, Aqua Beato. It's an alkaline water, faith-based. You can find it in stores right now, Aqua Beato. But a drink, probably, Strong Island.
Strong Island?
Yeah.
Strong Island. Why is that?
Because, I mean, people, that's why I'm not a drinker like that, not because I can't drink, because if we're going to drink, stop playing with it. Give me the 151, give me the Everclear, Hennessy, let's turn up. You know what I'm saying? When y'all over here sipping and playing with it, I'm not going to play with it. I'm going to stay in the house, I'm going to drink what I need to drink, and I'm going to go to sleep.
I got you. Facts. Yeah, I got you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, what I want to do, man, it's a pleasure having you.
Yeah, definitely.
The hood motivator.
Yeah.
My mentor, Dr. JR, man. So, for all the veterans out there, you know, who experience what you experienced, and all the people that, you know, fell victim to gang violence, man, I want you to look into that camera, get them some type of motivation and inspiration, and then leave your social media handles where they can find you, any offers you have available for my audience, man.
Yeah.
You know, just give it to my people.
Well, you know, I'm a certified life coach, but shout out to the veterans, man, the ones that are still serving and the ones that are served and put in their work, old and young. I appreciate you guys. This is the reason why I do what I got to do, and that's the reason why I carry my mantle. Shout out to the hood. Shout out to Long Beach, Compton, Los Angeles, the inner cities. I'm nothing without that. Let's talk about that. You know, that's why I rep the LA hat. That's why I got on Nipsey, because I'm showing love to where I came from. I would never forget how I was raised and what I saw growing up to make me who I am today. So I would share with them young men and women that grew up the way I grew up and saw what I saw, and then going into transition to the military. Just be who you are. Be authentic. Stand out. Look at me right now. If you looked at me, you probably thought I was a rapper. But when you Google me, you see that I got my associates, bachelor's, master's, doctorate. I'm a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I fought in the war. I came from California. This is who I am. So be yourself, because you got a light and your light will shine. And don't let nobody dim that light, because people will try to, because they're scared of it, because they know what your potential is. So what you have to do is be able to outlast the people that are saying the worst things about you. It's just be consistent. The higher you get, the more people that are going to chirp and talk, and the more people that you're going to lose, because they're not ready for that type of elevation. You know you trending when you losing friends and family. I know that for a fact. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you. You know where to find me. The Hood Motivator at Instagram, the Hood Motivator on YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm going to tell somebody like this right now. You ain't never went viral until you went viral on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you need to be at. J.R. McIntyre. That's where I get all my gigs, get all my people that pay for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not capping. So I appreciate LinkedIn. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all my followers. If you want to book me, go to my website, thehoodmotivator.com.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me, man.
Love
Thank
you,
you,
bro.
man.
Be
Appreciate
good.
you coming, man.
Yes, sir.
So, man, special shout out to my sponsors, Project Icon, Sacarac Clothing, for making this a possibility. I'm forever endeavored, man, and I'm very grateful. Shout out to you as my audience for taking the time to chill with me once again. It means the world to me to have you as an audience, man. Remember, P.A.S.S, prevail against self-sabotage. You are your best friend, but you are also your own worst enemy. If you know anybody that this message can be poignant and impactful to, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I see you on next episode. Let's do it. You like that?
How was
You
that?
like that? I
That
love
was
it.
dope. Yeah.
Fuck with
We
it?
talked about a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I just wanna make it out for the times that we ain't have it.